1 in 5 adults in the United States report having no close friends. Friendships are so important to humans that they're even part of Maslow's famous hierarchy of needs. Most of us need them when it comes to self actualization in life, and it's not as much a matter of quantity as it is a matter of quality when it comes to friends. With changing work and family structures, as well as an increased use in social media and technology, the social landscape for friendship continues to shift. Mark Knapp is a psychologist who's well known for his work in the field of interpersonal communication. He's identified 5 stages of development in relationships, and in this video, we'll be focusing on the platonic side of things. The first step in platonic relationships is the initiation phase. During this stage, people become aware of one another and get to know each other through small talk. You can ask general questions about things like hobbies and interests. If you want to make friends, try going to places where people do the things you like to do. For example, I've been skateboarding for over 20 years now, and I go to the skate park pretty often. So when I'm at the skate park doing something I love, there's other people there doing the same thing. So it's a good opportunity for me to go over to somebody at any given time and compliment them on a trick they've done, or mention their shoes or something relevant to skateboarding in the act we're actually performing in the moment. It's quick, it's easy, and it's a simple way in to introduce yourself. Try to make it as easy as possible on yourself by starting small here and maybe thinking ahead of some types of comments on what you might say in the familiar area you're in, like a skate park or basketball court. The second stage in platonic relationships is the experimentation phase. During this stage, people start exploring their shared interests and common ground. They may share likes and dislikes and even engage in activities together. This is exactly why I gave the skateboarding example. I like skating. If I want to make friends with people who do what I like to do, I should go where those people might be hanging out. Building off the previous example, I might talk to somebody about something that I really like about the skate park that we're in, or maybe talk to them about the difficulties of a new trick that I'm trying to learn. If you like reading, join a book club. If you like volleyball, go to the beach. If you like programming, join a class where people are learning about coding. There are seriously endless ways to go about doing this, and everyone can find a way that works for them. And it will take practice, but it's going to be awkward and uncomfortable. So give yourself time and just be a little patient with the process. If the goal is to make friends and find common ground, you have to put yourself out there eventually. Why not do it in a place you might at least enjoy the things that are happening around you, where you feel a sense of familiarity? Try to be a connector. Even if it's unnatural, if you're the connector or the person who sets things up, it will make it much easier for other people, and you can enjoy the activities together. You can start bringing people together. The third stage in platonic relationships is the intensification phase. During this phase, people may rely on each other more and become closer. They may share deeper bits of information like fears and dreams. Conversations may become more emotional in nature. This is usually the phase where people feel that they're close friends. In this phase, I may share with my new friend that I want to someday become a famous psychologist known for helping people all over the world. I may feel a deeper friendship and a sense of vulnerability with this person. I recommend doing what works best for you and paying really close attention to your comfort levels around this friend. Do you feel psychologically safe enough to talk about tough topics with them? Keep in mind that all these stages can also apply with intimate relationships. The fourth stage in platonic relationships is the integration phase. During this phase, people start to become a social unit. There may be shared rituals or inside jokes. Introductions to close family members and friends may also come about in this phase. This is simply where I would invite this friend to meet my other super close friends and family members and start bringing them to bigger, more important events in my life. Try to be proactive and set things up. Make time to be there for them and communicate openly. Let me know in the comments your experiences with these specific stages. For anyone that's new here, my name's Jeff and my goal is to make psychology make sense. If you've been enjoying the content so far, any support for the channel would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for hanging out. The fifth stage in platonic relationships is the bonding phase. This marks the pinnacle of the friendship. This is where people consider one another as family members. You may even refer to them as best friends. This final stage may come in varying amounts of time for people, but you'll feel a deep sense of gratitude and fulfillment for this person being in your life here. Hold on to these relationships with every fiber of your being. These are the things that will bring you some of the greatest joy in life. Life gets really difficult really quickly, and it always helps to have people in your corner. Knapp's 5 stages of friendship is a general framework on how people tend to move through friendships. Keep in mind that it's completely possible to move through these stages at different speeds than other people, and you could even skip steps or even go back as well. It's worth noting that if you struggle with making friends, continue to refine your approach and learn more about yourself. Maybe even take a look at your expectations for friends and your approach overall. You may be too strict with how you treat others and give yourself into a friendship. It takes time and it takes practice, but this high-level model can be referenced at any time if you're struggling to find the right friends. If you're interested in other topics in psychology, be sure to check out my last video on the topic of love. So for all things psychology to help you think, feel, and perform better, stay tuned right here on Psychology of Living.